Hi, it's Stephen Berg, and in this video, I'm going to address who I think will be the winners and losers in the real estate market in 2024 in the Okanagan Valley. I think first up, the big winners, if you like, will be people buying a property, because over the last few years, there has been a serious shortage of product and an even bigger shortage of product that was reasonably priced. And I think the market now has adjusted to the point where we've got a reasonable amount of inventory and people in general are asking more reasonable prices. And so buying a property can go back to being a pleasurable experience. So they're my first winners. My second winners are people who have a more expensive property. I'm going from memory here, but I think that properties under $1 million last year were down about 14% from the year before, whereas people with properties over $1 million saw a reduction in sales of 40%, around a little bit over 40%, as I remember. I'm going from memory there. But there's no question, as the interest rates come down, it will get people feeling more positive about perhaps stretching a little further, buying a little bit more beautiful home. And so I think the people in the executive homes and luxury homes will see a much better environment to sell a property. As far as the losing side of the ledger, well, that's basically comes down to government policy for the most part. There's these new Airbnb laws, so anybody who's bought a property in the last couple of years to rent out weekly will have done so at a premium because they're getting premium rents, which they no longer can. And so we're going to see the market flooded with all of these Airbnbs and with thousands of other units that are built for rental only that are under construction. And so these people have bought at a premium and they're going to be facing low rents and maybe having to sell the properties. It's a shame. I know the government's doing it to try and create a bigger rental pool, but I think in the end it will shrink the rental pool because it's getting to the point now where it doesn't make sense to own a rental property. So over the long term, typical government, they'll think short term. Over the long term, I don't think it will serve the people looking to rent a property very well, but that's just my guess. The other losers on the negative side of the ledger are those people who are subjected to speculation tax, and now the federal government's weighing in with their own vacant property tax. So somebody bought a nice house out in Lake Country last year and did so to avoid paying the spec tax. They will now have to pay it. And again, not to be a Debbie Downer on the government, I have my questions about that policy too. There's lots of people coming from out of town here. They spend lots of money in our stores. They spend money in our restaurants. They have people mowing the lawns. I don't think second property is a bad idea in a place like this, and I don't think there's a huge impact on the rental market because most of them are expensive properties, and I don't think the rental shortage is 5,000 square foot homes. Anybody who can afford to rent a 5,000 square foot home can probably afford to buy one. It's a lot cheaper to do. So yeah, that's my winners and losers for 2024. What about you? Who do you think will be the people who do best in the real estate market this year, and who will be the worst? Wherever you're watching this, leave us a comment, and I'll read them all and take a look at your opinion. I'm just offering my thoughts based upon experience, but really we never know.